Hi, this is Greg Herder, and I want to welcome you to another PowerKard tutorial. Recently, Christopher sent out this email, and it said, here are 4 suggested PowerKard messages written by Greg Herder to send out to your farmer to help you generate more listings. Now is the time to make sure you are top of mind to prospective home sellers. And the first one is this message: real estate experts predict that the spring of 2017 will be the best time to sell your home in the next 5 years. And you say, well, gosh, these are all pretty good messages. I like this message number 2. Kevin and Molly, what should you fix, repair, or paint before you list your home for sale? Most home sellers try to spruce up their home before they put it in the market. The problem is the majority of them focus on the wrong things and overlook the things that make a difference to prospective buyers. And you say, well, this is a pretty good offer. I like this free listing walkthrough offer in there. That's pretty good. Oh, and then this next one says, well, how much did your oak forest home increase in value last year? Now, if you're taking advantage of one of our, instant home appraisal accounts, this is a great way to do lead generation, and we created that custom domain for you so that you can create your little video, get your branding in there. And you say, well, yeah, that can be a good thing to do on a regular basis, so maybe I want to do that one. And finally, are pocket listings good or bad? And this is sort of going after the challenges when the marketplace is really tight of pocket listings, and you can look at it and say, well, yeah, maybe I want to do that one too. Maybe I'm going to do one of these a month for the next 4 months. But now I actually need to create this. So what you're going to do is just go to your PowerKard account, and you're going to go to powercards.com, and you're going to log in. And once you're in your account, you're going to say, okay, what do I actually need to send out? And you can see the PowerKard messages here. And what you're going to do is say, well, what's a template that looks similar to the one that I was using there? So we look at that first message here, and it says real estate experts predict that spring 2007 will be the best time to sell your home. And we say, well, there's a big headline, there's a center text area, and then a call to action. So there's 3 segments. The top one is centered, so it's not left justified, which would mean this would be all the same space over here. The center is left justified, and so is the bottom, and it's a little bit bigger. So I say, what's a template that looks similar to that? So I look at this template and say, well, this has got more template space. This has got 4 sections. I'm looking for something like 3. And so I'm just going through and say, well, this one looks like it could be it. And so does this one. Advertising 4 or 5 will probably work well for me. Now I look at it and say, well, you know what, I like this one a little bit better, so I'm going to click on advertising 5. And now let's just type in our message here, and I'm just going to copy the text in. Now, if you got that email, people say, well, Greg, I didn't get the text. There's no thing. So a couple things you can do. One, you can just type in the card. I mean, these are fairly short. Or you can just email Chris or myself and say, could you send me the text file? And we'll send you the text file. Remember, it's just text. So you've got to sort of, figure out where it goes. But then it's very easy because you can just copy and paste this in, and copy or paste in. So I'm going to update that. And now there's the card. And it was that quickly to create it. So now one thing I do want you to make sure is if you're copy and pasting, make sure you've checked your phone number in here if you're going to put the phone number. Now your phone number is also on the PowerKard, so you may want don't necessarily need to have it in the call to action. I've just found that it's big enough that you can make it easy, and it looks good. So you can hit the PDF preview and get a little higher resolution version. But this isn't really the best place to do the final proofing. You're going to hit the next step. You're going to say, I want to select a data list from it, and you can select a data list, whatever you have. I'm just going to use the sample one. I'm going to hit next step. And it's going to give me a cost estimate. I'm going to hit next step. And I'm going to call this best time to sell message. And now I'm going to be able to save this into my shopping cart. And I actually think I've already done one of these, so I'm going to do it so I don't overwrite it. Yeah, actually, I did do these, so basically, I can look at this here and say, I can re-edit it, or I can go directly to my shopping cart, and I can hit PDF preview. And now the high resolution image is actually going to show up. And I say, yeah, this is it. I'm double checking my phone number, my email address, make sure everything else is there. And if I'm happy with it, it's ready to go. So that's basically how you can take one of those messages and turn it into a PowerKard that quickly and effectively. So now look at the cards, look at the templates. Maybe you want to use this one here that says Kevin and Molly. Now, if it's got Kevin and Molly in it, you know that the template used on this is one of the variable data templates. So you're going to come here and you're going to say, well, this is a variable data PowerKard template, and it had 4 segments. Oh, this looks like it was probably the one. Let me look here. This has got, well, this one's got 4 segments too. I can look at it and say, which one do I like better? This one, not going to work. So either variable 1 or variable 2 would probably work. And now that I'm looking at this, I think, variable 2 seems to work the best. Now, this is where it's going to input the name. So, John and Mary. So remember, this is going to require that you have databases, or your database segmented with first names in there. It's going to input the first name right in there. And the good news is that these are super, super effective that way. So when you update this, again, the first names are going to go in there, and you can just, copy and paste the information right into the template. And there we go. I've got my message, my PowerKard all lined up, and now I'm going to hit next step. I'm going to select a list to do this. I'm going to use the sample data list. I'm going to hit submit, and I'm going to hit PDF preview. And it's going to show me first name, what should you fix, repair, or replace. So anytime there, since the sample database just has first name in the first name holder, it's going to put the first name right into it. And again, this works incredibly well. So now you're ready to go. Now, if you want to select a different data list, you can do that. You can say, you know what, I'm going to do this data list. And again, I can preview this, only now when I preview this, it's going to pull in Robert. What should you fix, repair, or replace? And this is going to get you the maximum impact for your card. So once you're happy with this, you say next step. And you're going to say to mail those out to the 539 people or whatever it was, it's $379, $349. And now we're going to put in here and save this card as a title. And what we're really trying to do is pre-listing pre-listing walkthrough offer, and we are going to add this to the shopping cart. And it's basically ready to go. So that's how you can do these. That's just a couple of examples. Remember, you can use the templates for so many different things. Hopefully this was helpful. Please send me your feedback at greg@powercards.com or greg@megaagent.com, and we would love to work with you on creating some new power cards.